Bomber suddenly detonated the bomb installed on top of the elevator. The main cable was instantly blown apart. The elevator immediately began descending rapidly out of control. The people inside were terrified. At the critical moment, the elevator's safety device automatically engaged, but the elevator was falling way too fast. It slid down more than 10 floors before the clamps barely managed to grip the steel rails and stopped the elevator. But the bomber wasn't worried at all because he had installed multiple bombs around the elevator. He demanded the police provide a $3 million ransom within half an hour, or he would detonate the remaining bombs. After learning all this, two bomb disposal experts rushed to the 32nd floor. Through the elevator shaft, they reached the top of the elevator, but the structure of these bombs was far more complex than they had anticipated. Disarming them in the remaining 10+ minutes was simply impossible, so they could only execute Plan B. But they didn't know. Their conversation was being heard loud and clear by the bomber hiding in another elevator. To rescue the hostages, they went to the rooftop. After some searching, they found a small crane. They didn't know if this thing could support the weight of the elevator, but they had to try. Jimmy had his partner thread the hook on the cable through the ventilation window, while he himself took the hook and slowly slid down the elevator shaft. Finally, with his partner's coordination, Jimmy successfully hooked the top of the elevator. But the bomber heard this huge commotion. He suddenly realized he might have been played by these dishonest police, so he decisively detonated all the bombs. This time, the blast was several times more powerful. Jimmy and his partner were nearly thrown off. A large hole was blown in the bottom of the elevator, and all the cables were severed. At this point, no matter how secure the safety device, it could no longer prevent the elevator from descending. As the descent speed increased, the cable connected to the hook was gradually pulled taut, and only then did the elevator temporarily stop. Due to inertia, a woman nearly fell out of the elevator. Fortunately, the others grabbed her hands in time and pulled her back, but the crane couldn't bear the weight of the elevator and over 10 people at all. It only held for 1 minute before the screws securing the crane were torn off. Without the crane's support, the elevator rapidly descended again. Eventually, the crane got caught on the steel framework of the elevator shaft, but this couldn't hold much longer either. Jimmy and his partner quickly ran to where the elevator was suspended to rescue people. Because the elevator had been destroyed, they could only open the maintenance window on the wall. Unfortunately, the elevator had stopped right between two floors. The gap was really too small. The people inside couldn't climb out at all.